Hello, I'm back with another ship review video, and today we'll be looking at the upcoming Tier 4 Pan-American cruiser, the Cordoba. Now, the Cordoba will be available for free through the Prime Gaming drop on Twitch, so definitely be looking out for that sometime today. So definitely be checking that out for the day or tomorrow. So if you have a Amazon Prime account and you have it linked to your Twitch, it's pretty much that simple. You just go to the Prime Gaming drops and you get it for free. So super nice there. So you just gotta make sure your Twitch account is associated with your in-game account so you can claim the ship. It's pretty easy. So if you have a Amazon Prime account, you can easily get yourself a free ship. So enjoy with that. Now I'll be going over my recommended captain build, the module setup, followed by the ship stats, and finally I will give my thoughts about her performance overall. Now first up is the captain build and upgrades, which is shown on the top right. Now this build is designed for the future Pan-American cruisers. The first 10 points are typical for most cruisers. Then you do survivability expert as the next to offset the line's low HP pool. While Superintendent gives an extra heal, SE is more important for immediate benefits. Now you get top grade gunner, which helps with the reload, but I'm still on the fence with this one, trying to figure out that one. So, yeah, but top grade gunner, you can do top grade gunner, or you can do the close quarters one, the other one. So it's more of like a personal preference. Now the Pan American cruisers do not last long at close ranges, so I may recommend a different skill for later ships. So you definitely have to be watching out for that. Now the Pan American light cruiser lines borrows a lot of elements from both the U.S. and Royal Navy light cruiser lines. In fact, the low to mid-tier ships are literally built, designed, or influenced by the British, with the exception of the Tier 6 ships. Now, while these ships were built in real life, not all of them served with the South American navies. Now, starting at the Tier 8, the line switches over to the U.S. light cruiser designs while maintaining the same general playstyle. Unlike their predecessors, none of these ships' designs were ever built IRL. Now, instead, they are a what-if scenario by World of Warships should the U.S. supply ships or designs to friendly South American navies. Now, the armor scheme is going to be shown on the top right, so you guys can look over that while I keep on going over the ship. Now, the Cordoba herself is a Diane-class cruiser, a hypothetical what-if the Royal Navy sold her to South American Navy. In fact, the Cordoba shares a lot of similarities with the Diane and the Royal Navy light cruiser line, including only using AP rounds and randomly exploding if any ships sneeze at her. Now, the latter is somewhat distressing when battleships start looking at you. Now, the Pan American line does get the improved heals and Hydra to offset their fragileness. The improved heal does help as you recover 50% Citadel damage instead of the usual 10%. Now, the Hydra is also great for dodging torpedoes, but too short range to charge other ships. Now, even if Hydra is down, the Cordoba is quite nimble due to her small turning radius. Not the fastest ship, but her tight turning radius is very useful for dodging. Now keep in mind that she does not get improved acceleration like the Royal Navy light cruiser line. Now the dispersion is going to be shown for the top right for the Cordoba. Now while the Cordoba can be surprisingly tanky at times, her guns are not very good. They are almost the same guns as the Diane, with the same floaty shells and awful penetration. Now, however, the Cordoba AP lacks the ultra short fuse that makes Diane AP so powerful against DDs, except frequent overpins on DD sadly, and shatters on everyone else. Now, at least you have the improved bounce angles, so it's not all that bad. Well, unless you remember you have no HE, which also sucks, which is a disaster. Now, the guns may heal the enemy, but at least your torpedoes are still deadly as ever. A broadside of 6 torpedoes on each side will nuke any battleship and the guy behind him. Only problem is that the 6-kilometer range forces you to yellow the enemy to use them. But you do have a 7.2 kilometer range if you build it all the way, which is pretty decent. Good for that for sure. Now, this definitely works well against bots, but might be harder against real players. Now, you do get the 8-kilometer base conceal, which helps a lot in getting close, whether for using guns or torpedo rushing. With the concealment expert, you can lower it down to 7.2 and outspot every other cruiser. Now, though DDs will always outspot you no matter what. Now, like other Tier 4 cruisers, your anti-air is effectively non-existent, So don't expect to shoot down planes unless the CV is literally just hovering over you. Now, thankfully, CV's a tier 4 deal very little damage, so this is usually just a minor concern at best. Now, you won't see it on the Cordoba, but starting at tier 6, the Pan American ships have access to the combat instructions, and I'll be covering this gimmick once the NDA drops for the higher tier ships, so keep an eye out for that video for sure. Now, I would rate the Cordoba as being a very hard to play and very hard to master. Now, you will definitely explode quite often, even if you play properly. Now, the guns are also tricky to use and outright useless against battleships. Thankfully, the amount of bots will make it easier to play. Just yellow any isolated ships you come across. Now, if you want to blow up, oh well, it's your 4, move on to the next match. If you live, oh well, it's your 4, you just go to the next victim. Now, overall, I'd say the Cordoba is a funny, though explosive addition to WoWs. It's great for mindless fun, but she really doesn't represent the line as a whole. That will have to wait for early access when you can get access to higher tier ships. Now, until then, have fun reliving the good old days of the low tier experience. Or if you're feeling a villain, take out your Imperator Nikolai and Dev Strike those trying to play the Cordoba. So you can definitely have fun with those. Now again, you're able to get this ship starting today or tomorrow, I believe, for the Twitch Prime. Good lord, man. I'm like recording this like 6 a.m. so I apologize for the tiredness. I do apologize. But yeah, you can get it again starting the day or tomorrow for the Prime game drop on Twitch. So if you're interested in getting her, you can definitely do that for sure. So I had two interesting replays. So this where the first replay, only the second half of the match was no, sorry. For this particular replay, was it this replay or was it the next one? No. This replay, the beginning was a little bit interesting, but then I had a dare error stop, so I kind of skipped it to this one. The next replay I'll be watching, pretty much the second half of the match was only interesting to watch, so I kind of cut out the whole first part of it. So you'll see whenever this match is done. Now, one thing I did notice whenever I was playing the Cordoba, which if you probably will see in the second match, is the fact that this ship is very nimble. It has a very tight turning radius, which makes it a lot of fun to dodge shells. So if you have battleships trying to shoot you, can do a really good job of dodging them for sure. Definitely a lot of fun to do that. Like, it has a very, very nice turning radius. Good lord, why am I so tired? Ugh. If you guys could let me know what time is it where you guys are at, I'd greatly appreciate it. Man, I am recording this video extremely early. Man, it is killing me at the moment. Also, this ship does have a icebreaker bow. So it has like an armored bow at the front. Well, I want you guys to watch this. Watch this. He aims for like the lower section. Watch this. I want you to watch this ricochet here. He aims the lower bit of the bow, and it just ricochets off. That's super nice. Now, if I didn't have that armor on the bow, like at the lower section, those would have been bent 100%. Yeah, he's definitely not very happy with that at all, and I can understand why for sure. That'd be pretty aggravating. I can admit that. That'd be pretty aggravating. I would be very, very aggravated if I was shooting a tier 4 cruiser and you have like you just ricochet off. Oh yeah, 100%. It is the biggest disaster. Good lord, man. But no, I consider the Cordoba though like a fun ship. It is a free ship, so well, technically you have to pay for the Amazon subscription, but if you already have Amazon subscription, then technically it's free. So I wouldn't really consider it like a ship you have to buy. So for me, I enjoy playing the Cordoba. It just, the gun, like, it's a tier 4, right? You can't expect the world ending like ship at tier 4. You know what I mean? You can't expect it to just be god tier. It's tier 4. Like, I did 42k damage, got 1 kill, got 1100 a base XP. That's fine. Like, you can't expect the world out of a tier 4 AP only. You can't expect the world out of it. But yeah, so pretty much this match is only from the second half because the first half was kind of boring. But we'll see how this match goes. But you'll see throughout this match the dodging ability of this ship is super good. Like, oh man, I loved it so much. It was so beautiful. The most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Biggest disaster ever. Because yeah, I didn't see this battleship that was there. Look at this dodge. Look at that. Meow. Such a nice dodge. So beautiful. So wiggly. So majestic. Such a nice little wiggly ship. Little wiggly goodness. I don't know why, but I've been listening to the Giga Chad music for some reason. It's been like super catchy for me. I would play some of it now, but I can't really because copyrights on YouTube. So you gotta be careful. You don't want to get, you don't want to get in trouble. The sad thing is that earlier I ordered breakfast because I haven't really been able to eat food for a while. And I'm kind of sick and stuff. And I've had like a lot of mental stuff going on, so I haven't really been able to eat. And bro, legit, I wanted sweet tea, man. They gave me Coca-Cola, bro. I just wanted a sweet tea, man. I don't like Coca-Cola that much. It's a disaster. I was so sad. I just wanted a Coca-Cola, man. Now, since this video will be coming out on Tuesday, I will be playing the ship on stream a little bit if you guys are interested in watching it. It is a tier 4, so I'm not sure how many people will be interested, but we'll see. I'll be playing it on Tuesday. I believe I'm taking Wednesday off this particular week, which is probably the week of like February 20th. So I will be taking this Wednesday off. So I won't be streaming then, but I'll be streaming Tuesday. So if you guys are interested in seeing it on live, then you can definitely check that out for sure. But yeah, as you can tell though, ooh, look at the torps. Nice. I'll take it. As you can notice though, it's kind of a lot of work to get those damage with the guns. It's kind of a lot of work. Like, it is AP only though. If it had HC, it'd be nice, but at the same time, you do get that improved pen angles of the AP, which is pretty decent. Broadside. He's gonna do it. Oh, there you go. That's juicy. That's some juicy stuff right there. Oh yeah, that's that good stuff. Very nice indeed. We do got about like 7 minutes of this match, so we got a while for this one. We got about 7 minutes. But if the line is like how this ship is, it's gonna be definitely interesting to see how it is. Like the main thing if this ship is any testament to what the line is gonna be, it's gonna be a very mobile line, as in very nimble. And if you have like me or like other higher level players that know how to like use that nobility to your advantage, like to be able to dodge shells efficiently, it'll be a really fun, it could potentially be a really fun line. But again, the line is under NDA, so like I can't really talk about it. I'm more just theorizing at this point. But I definitely enjoy the Cordoba. But again, this is tier 4. We can't really predict how the higher tiers are going to be at all. Because again, higher tiers, dispersion's a lot better. Shells are a lot more like, there's higher velocity shells at tier 10 or the tier 9 or whatever tier you want to play It's a lot. There's a lot more different factors in the higher tiers and the lower tiers. At tier 4, the Cordoba does what it is. Just a fun little tier 4 cruiser. It's fun to play. It's also a nice crew trainer for the upcoming Pan American cruiser line. So you can also do like a good job. Look at this dodge here. Look at that turn. Good lord, man. That poor dude, bro. Like, if I didn't have such a tight turning radius, that would have been a death strike for sure. That would have hurt. Like, the ship is so maneuverable. Like, the ship is super squishy, right? It is super squishy. Like, it is super squishy, like 100%. But it's just so mobile that you can easily dodge shells if you know what you're doing. Now here I turn left and turn right into it. Like, I turn left instead of just trying to do a turn out because I'm being a little bit greedy. And yeah, I think like 7 or 8k damage. I deserve that. I'll admit that. I deserve that. But at the same time though, like, look at the guns though. Like, for the tier, it's just taking so much to do damage. It's like, ugh. It's a disaster, man. It takes so much just to do any bit of damage. It's the biggest disaster of all time. I still gotta figure out what I need to do today, because today is Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday. So yeah, it's currently 6 a.m. so actually it's 6:30 now. I'm just dying inside. It's a disaster, dude. It's so late right now. Ugh. I was the dumb and I didn't get this done earlier. It's the biggest disaster of all time, man. Just do some damage, dang it, Bo. Hit your shots. So, like, I aimed the torps right, thinking the dude would turn right. The man doesn't turn a dime. This dude legit just sailed on a straight line the whole time. He didn't even try to go after me. A nice, juicy 9k health cruiser. Man, I would have been all over that. Like, look at him. There's like a almost fully health cruiser over there he's aiming at, and he's like, nah, I don't want to shoot you. I just want to shoot the cruiser. I thought for sure he was just toying with me and he was about to turn it any second to shoot, but just look at him. He's just determined. He is super determined to kill that cruiser that's right there. He's just super determined, man. New York that could, man. And he's shooting HE. Oh no, not the HE. Why would you shoot HE at a cruiser? Just shoot AP, man. Would have killed him. You would have killed that dude a long time ago if you would have shot AP. Disaster, bro. Oh well, it is what it is. It's tier 5. You can't expect them to, you know everything. It is what it is. The poor fellow will learn sooner or later. Like, HE is potentially good if you know how to, like, use it properly for battleships, but on a cruiser that's this low tier, it's best just use AP. 100%, dude. 100,000%. All right. Now, since I have the power of editing, I can now just switch it to the fun part, which is, yeah. Magic. Power of magic. Yeah. Now, I was gonna just end the video at this point, but we always have to show the CV kill. Guess what I get? I get the CV kill. Such a nice kill, you know. Also, I forgot to mention, I do like the horn of this ship. It has a nice horn. I like it. It's pretty nice. It's not the fanciest of horns, but, you know, I like it. It's a nice horn. I'll take it. It's not the fanciest, but you know what? It's a nice horn. I like it. I do like some nice horns and wows. Some horns just don't make sense on the ship, and some of them like, oh yeah, it's super nice. Some make sense and some don't, so it is what it is. All right, CV, pop up. Now, there we go. Thank you. Get him. Yeah, get him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. I believe the battleship also slaps him. I don't remember exactly. Oh, yeah, the battleship does. But luckily, I get to steal it. Nice, I got a Kraken too. I'll take it. Yeah, that was 5 kills, 71,000 damage, and I got second with 1,500 in the, oh my lord, the evolution disaster, bro. But yep, that's gonna be it. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Sorry I was so tired during this. I do apologize. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good morning or afternoon, but see you guys around. Deuces.